I'm just taking a couple more cycles at your own pace here, noticing your breathing, notice how you're feeling. And then finishing the cycle that you're on, we'll come back to tabletop, so that nice neutral spine, drawing the navel into the spine here. I want you to go ahead and step your right foot between your hands. Keep your hands framing your front foot, so coming up to low lunge. If you need to be mindful of some padding for your knee, you can always go ahead and turn that long edge of your mat in for a little bit of extra padding. So as you come here, chest lifts, you're gonna plant that left hand, inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. Nice gentle twist here. Good, now reach it back to your back wall. So fingers spread nice and wide, palm is to that right wall, twisting from the lowest part of your belly. Good, sweep both arms up, low lunge, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling, lifting your gaze. From here, I want you to tuck your tailbone under. Think about pressing that left hip forward. So your tail is tucked under, you're breathing. As you exhale, I want you to take a wide arm twist to the right. So some of you have more flexibility into your quadriceps. If you'd like, optional quad stretch here. So that left hand is going to come to the outside of your right knee. You're going to start to bend that back foot and reach for the instep. If that's not available to you, don't worry about it. Continuing to breathe as you twist nice and tall through the spine. If you chose to grab that foot, release it. Inhale, come back to center, low lunge. Exhale, take both of your hands, step that right leg back, come back to tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop, neutral spine again, nice long neck. Go ahead and step that left foot between the hands, keeping your hands down on the mat. Plant your right hand, inhale your left arm up to twist. Really think about opening your heart to the left wall. Good, breathe in, exhale, reach it to the back wall. Palm is nice and wide, fingers spread wide, breathing. Good, big inhale, sweep your trunk up, low lunge, tuck your tailbone under, soften the tops of your shoulders. Beautiful. Exhale, wide arm twist to the left. Option for that quad stretch, if that's in your practice today. You can either keep that right hand lifted, or you can set it on the outside of your left knee. Keep the trunk nice and lifted, engaging through the spine here. Good, release the foot, come back to center, low lunge. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat. This time, curl the back toes under. Find downward facing dog. So your first down dog of the practice. Check your spacing between your hands and feet here. Be mindful if you float to plank that you should not need to adjust your hand to foot spacing as you press into down dog. So adding a little bit of movement here, dropping the knees to center, pedaling out the feet, whatever feels good for you. Good, on your inhale, go ahead and float your heels up if they're about hips distance apart. When you exhale, melt them down to the mat. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Use your next inhale to come to three-legged dog, left leg high. And then as you exhale, drop that left heel towards your right buttock, turn and look to the left. So a little hip opener, a little side body stretch here. Maybe you rotate that ankle or the hip a little bit. Inhale, sweep that left leg all the way back up. And then exhale, you're gonna send it under your right leg, bringing it off to the right side of the mat. Inhale your right arm up, fallen starfish pose. Exhale, right arm back down to the mat. Find downward facing dog, hips high. Remember, you're always welcome to come to any resting pose of your choice. We'll move through that same sequence on the second side. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, drop the heel towards your opposite buttock. Turn your gaze to the right. Find some movement in either your foot, your knee, or your hip. Breathing as you find your three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, slide it underneath the left. Inhale your left arm up, fallen starfish pose. Just lowering those hips just like you would for plank pose. Continuing to breathe as you lift that left side body up to the ceiling. Good, release the left hand. Good, all the way press back, downward facing dog, hips high. Good, release is extended child's pose. We'll just pause briefly here just to reconnect with your breath. I want to invite you to come back to this pose if you need a breather at all today during the practice. You're always welcome to come to extended child's pose or regular child's pose with the arms down at the sides. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Sit bones lift up and back. We're going to look towards our hands. Take a walk up to your hands at the top edge of your mat. I want you to toe heel your feet out wide. So heels are going to be to the outermost part of those long edges. Toes are turned slightly in. And just micro bend in those knees. Let the upper body hang in this forward fold. You could sway the upper body a little bit. Do what feels good for you. Feeling some length into the back of the thighs here. Relaxing the back of the neck. And when you're ready, take your left hand to the right ankle. Inhale, your right arm up. Gentle twist. Good. Use your exhale to release back. Forward fold. Right hand, left ankle. Inhale, left arm up. Continuing to breathe as you twist. Use your exhale to release back to center. Good. Toe heel your feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. Inhale to a flat back. Halfway lift. So you're drawing the belly in, keeping your chest lifted. As you exhale, big round and fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press through your feet, sweep your arms all the way up. Take your time. Look up. And use your exhale to bring the hands together at heart center. Good. Inhale, reaching your arms all the way up. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot, then your right foot back to plank pose. Take a pause here. Think about pressing into that mid back. Top of your head is forward. Drop your knees down to the mat. Lower halfway, low push-up, chaturanga. Keep those elbows nice and tight. Hug them to your trunk. Release to your tummy. Inhale, lift your heart. Baby cobra. Take a pause here. Think about being light on your hands. Shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, step your left foot, then your right. Breathe into a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. For the next sun salutation A, we're going to step back with the right foot first. Remember, we were talking about those mindful transitions. So today, as we move through our sun salutations, I want you to be really mindful to alternate sides if you step back one leg at a time. So if you're used to jumping back or jumping forward, then you don't need to worry about it as much. But if you're stepping back with one leg, I want you to try to alternate which leg that you're leading with. So from mountain pose, big inhale, reach your arms up, little back bend if you want. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step right, then left back to plank. Take 2 breaths from plank. Your vinyasa series, lower halfway from your toes or your knees. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Good. Inhale your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward between your hands, pivot your back heel down, come up to warrior 2. Gaze is over that right hand. Think about letting the shoulders fall away from your ears. We're gonna do a little bit of balancing here today. If you don't have a block, I want you to either have like a short chair or something that you could potentially use, because we're gonna be moving into half moon and revolved half moon. So if you do traditionally use a block for that, you might want to have another prop, rigid prop nearby. So from warrior 2, arms are nice and wide here. As you exhale, you're going to start to shift your weight onto that front foot. Float your back leg up. So you're balancing on that front leg. So just like in warrior 2, your hips are open to the side wall. Block if you need to and breathe. On an exhale, you're going to take that left hand, bring it to the floor or your block. Reach your right arm up. Revolved half moon. So you were open to the left and now you're open to the right. Balancing on the same side, that right leg. Keep breathing. Good. Release that lifted foot down. Warrior 1. Hips are open to the front. As you exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. So breathe in, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, big step forward, warrior 2. Hips are open to the right wall, knee over the ankle on that front leg. Turn your gaze over the left hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift your weight to your front foot, half moon. So your weight's going to come to your front foot, fingertips come to your block or the floor about a foot in front of you. You're open to the side wall. Foot is flexed on that lifted leg. Your transition is right hand moves to the floor or your block. Those right toes point to the floor. Left arm lifts. Relax your face and jaw. Continuing to breathe as you twist from the low belly. Good. Release is warrior 1. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Moving on to sun salutation B. Toe heel your feet to touch. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. So sink the hips back, tuck the tailbone under, engage that low belly. Do whatever you want with your hands. So if you have shoulder issues, bring your hands to heart center or shoulder height. Sink low, pulling the belly in. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Pay attention to which leg steps back. Come to plank pose. Vinyasa, or if you're getting tired, skip that and step back to down dog. As you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Good, nice deep breath in and out here. Looking forward, step your right foot through, come up to high lunge. So up on the ball of your back foot. Good, open up warrior two. So pivoting that back heel down. Good, as you exhale, right arm is gonna come to the thigh, left arm reaches up and over, extended side angle. You can also reach that hand down for the foot. Continuing to breathe here. Good, big sweep with the arms, warrior two. Good, as you exhale, we're gonna find extended side angle. So left hand is gonna come to the lower right, lower leg or ankle. Right arm is gonna reach up. That one's a tricky one to do without a block, so use your leg as your prop. Continuing to breathe, one more breath in. As you exhale, both hands come down to the mat, find plank pose. Vinyasa or down dog. Back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, connect with your breath here, yogis. Notice how you're feeling. Recall that intention that you set for your practice today. Check in with yourself. Taking a moment of gratitude for your body and everything it's able to do for you every day. We'll look forward between the hands. Step the left foot through this time. Rise up to high lunge, up on the ball of your back foot. As you exhale, open up warrior two. Pivot the back heel down. Tailbone tucks under. Reaching through the fingertips. As you exhale, left forearm to the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Big giant side stretch here. Remember, you're mindful to not collapse onto that front thigh. So keep the chest lifted or use that front hand to reach down to the foot or the floor. Good, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, revolved extended side angle. Right arm comes to the left, lower leg. Left arm reaches up to twist. Try to keep lifting through your chest here, making that twist come from the low belly. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, plant both hands on the mat. Step back to plank pose. Your last vinyasa, or press back to down dog or child's pose. Take one more breath in here. And as you exhale, come to child's pose. Drop the sit bones back. Take the knees a little bit wide. Bring your forehead to your mat. And tuck those arms back at your sides here. Let the breath come to the low belly. Good, when you're ready, slowly start to bring your trunk back up. Take a seat in the middle part of your mat. And bring the soles of your feet together for seated bound angle pose. We're gonna draw the heels in a little bit closer. Take a nice deep breath in as you lift your chest up. And then if you want to, you're gonna hinge forward. So leading with your chest, just feel a little bit more opening into the groin and the inner thighs here, but don't force it. So if it doesn't come easily to you, it's perfectly fine. Just do whatever works best for you. Now let's walk the hands a little bit more forward and then move them over to the right side. So opening into the side body again. And walking back through the center, exploring that forward fold one more time. And then making your hands over to the left side, opening into the right side of your trunk. Good, coming back to the center. Take a nice deep breath in, walk your hands up. As you exhale, I want you to go ahead and turn and look back to the right here. So just nice gentle twist from that seated bound angle pose, not forcing anything. Relaxing the face and jaw. And releasing back to the center. Sit nice and tall again this time. Explore that seated twist back into the left. And slowly releasing back to center. Go ahead and bring your knees back up. I want you to put yourself in the middle part of your mat so you have room to lay down. So floating the palms up, lifting your chest. I want you to slowly lower yourself down to your back. Once you're on your back, we're gonna move into reclining pigeon pose. So I want you to step your feet in. We'll start with our left side first. So your left leg is gonna cross over your right. Press that left knee out to the side. This might feel like it's enough. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you're gonna pull those legs in and grab behind your right thigh. And in this pose, you might find a little bit of movement in the right knee or either ankle, or even rocking from side to side might feel good. I want you to start to deepen your breath again like we did at the beginning of the practice today. So right now, just taking time to slow down. So bringing our heart rate down, slowing down our breathing, preparing for our final relaxation. With your legs still in that figure 4 position, go ahead and drop them to the right side. So reclining spine twist variation. So instead of following your legs, I want you to turn your gaze to the left. Extend that left arm all the way out. So reclining spinal twist. Try to have both shoulder blades on the mat. Let your breath fill your lungs here. So you're inhaling and expanding the rib cage. Exhaling and releasing. Good. Uncrossing the legs. Go ahead and slowly bring the legs back to center. This time, right leg is going to cross over the left, reclining pigeon second side. Just allowing that right knee to fall out to the side. And then using your exhale to draw the legs in. And exploring any other movements that might feel good for you today. This time we'll slowly let the legs drop to the left side. Reach that right arm all the way out to a T and turn and look over that right hand. Breathing into the right side. Just let your eyes close here. Take a couple more breaths on that side. Slowly releasing back to center. Go ahead and extend your legs all the way out. Reach your arms up above your head. Take a full body stretch here. Take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release your arms to your sides. You can either take a moment here to explore any additional poses, so maybe an inversion of your choice, happy baby or knees to chest if that feels good. If you feel like your practice is complete, you can make your way into your final relaxation, Shavasana corpse pose. So when we come into Shavasana, we're doing our best to let go of everything. Any thoughts, any tension, any negativity that remains still. We're just doing our best to let it go. There's not too many times throughout our day when we just get to be quiet, exploring this stillness, this peace of mind, just taking it all with us, using it to rejuvenate us so we can complete the rest of our day, so we can help ourselves to help others. Breathing in deeply through the nose. Letting everything go, big exhale through the mouth. Surrender to your mats, yogis. This is your time for peace, for letting go. Put a pause on the mind chatter. Let go of any remaining tension in the body. Just let the ground support you here. Let everything be at peace for a few moments.